All right, let's talk money. I know this is a topic that a lot of you guys are very, very interested in, of course, for good reason. Of course, you want to make money. Who doesn't want to make more, assuming you enjoy it, that kind of thing. It's a very important topic, and a lot of you have been asking questions, showing interest in how hormones will help you get there. And the way I look at it is that it's like an amplifier. You've got to have some kind of base skill or knowledge or competency that other people want and will pay you for. That goes without saying. You've got to have something. You can't be cleaning toilets and then expect testosterone to turn you into a multimillionaire, because cleaning more toilets is not going to get you rich because there's no money there. So you've got to have some kind of base skill or experience or knowledge, and then the hormones amplifies everything. But I want to talk about something a little bit more different here. Because when it comes to making money, it's very, very easy to just look at people who have a lot of money and kind of work backwards. Especially if they're not very, very old. Because if you look at quite some older people in their 60s or 70s, the world has changed a lot since they first got rich. And so they're often not quite as helpful as slightly young, rich, new money type folks. But regardless, you've got people who inherited it. So I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you have not inherited millions and millions and millions. And you've got other weird things like divorcing billionaires, like Jeff Bezos' wife. She took like 40 billion in divorce or something ridiculous. I'm assuming you guys are not in those categories, so we can ignore that. You've got kind of like C-level execs. You've got certain higher level like investment bankers, higher level lawyers and doctors and that kind of stuff. You've got the entrepreneurial stuff, which is kind of my bias. You've got certain traders that can do very well. I do a little bit of that as well. And then you've got salesmen who perform very, very well. You get the gist. There's a load of stuff like that. With all of the ones I've just listed there, people who did not get lucky, inherit, or low-key steal in a divorce court kind of thing, the guys who are self-made, this is the key, self-made rich types, they don't get there suddenly, overnight, with very little effort, very little time, very little energy. Like, you're going to have energy and focus and ambition. Whether you're rising up the kind of corporate ladder to the C-level or like you would in banking or finance, or you're an entrepreneur that's building something huge, like a big, sizable business where you've got at least 10 people on your staff, at least. And that's if you're very efficient. It might end up being a lot more than that. Or you're a salesman who ends up, I guess you're not building there, but you're very, very, very skilled, working long hours, talking to lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people, lots of selling going on. All of these things require a ton of energy. I am of the strong opinion that once you have some kind of skill, something useful that does pay, and this could be sales, it could be copywriting, it could be YouTube marketing, it could be any kind of marketing, trading, anything really. There's loads of stuff out there. Once you have that, you can get rich if you have the energy and the focus. And they are the big things that get in the way of guys. Most guys, and here's the specifics now, what I'm really talking about. How do you think you're going to build some real wealth if you're exhausted by 2 p.m. Yeah, even if you got up at 4 a.m., that's still not a good position to be in. You want to be able to keep going in the afternoons and evenings for a while. How are you going to get rich if you wake up every morning feeling unmotivated? How are you going to get there if you wake up, there's no morning wood, you know, your unit isn't working, and you just feel like crap. You're dragging yourself, you're going through the motions, but you don't feel like it. And again, it comes back to testosterone makes hard things feel good. If you enjoy the process and it feels easy to work 10 hours or 11 hours, whilst, you know, the low T version of you feels like dog poo working 5 hours, you're going to absolutely annihilate him, because anyone can work hard for 1 or 2 days or a week. But if it feels horrible to do that, no one's going to stick that out for weeks and weeks and months. This is the thing, like, whatever you're trying to do, most people are going to find it hard. You know, getting rich is hard. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to happen overnight. Despite all the sensationalist headlines, it's not going to be easy. Just like building a really good physique, all those hours in the gym, all the lifting, all the nasty sets, and the sets to failure, it's not easy. It's painful. It's difficult. But if you enjoy the process, it's a hell of a lot easier. You'll train or work harder for longer hours. The quality will improve. The quality of each set or each hour of work will improve because you're focused, and you're really either focusing on the contraction, or you're focusing on the client or the marketing or whatever. You'll do a better job if you enjoy it. So there's a ton of different ways that this all plays in, and testosterone helps with all of it. And if you've got low test right now, your sleep will even be worse. Your sleep won't be deep or consistent. You'll be waking up at 4 a.m. You know, not on purpose, by the way. Your body will wake you up to go to the toilet, and you'll struggle to get back to sleep. And when your sleep's low, you'll have less energy and worse focus during the day, and your cravings will go up, and your diet will be worse, and it's just an endless cycle. So, I mean, there's so much that goes into it, and I speak from experience here, because I have been working longer hours, and granted, when you're self-employed, you notice an immediate increase in your income when you work longer hours. Whereas if you climb in the corporate ladder, there will be a time lag. Assuming we're not talking about performance-based bonuses, that kind of thing, commission. Most jobs, there's going to be a time lag between like working longer hours and then getting the promotion. But even if it does take you a bit more time, it's still worth doing. The financial success is always going to be worth it, especially if you're enjoying your work, and you're more likely to enjoy your work when you're high test. You're going to enjoy the grind more. You're going to enjoy watching things go up. You're going to enjoy watching things build, grow. It's well worth doing. I think that's all I want to say for this video. As always, the Testosterone Toolkit is linked below. That is going to give you the foundations for what I'm talking about here, which is 800 to 1200 test. This is where you're going to enjoy the grind, everything we've spoken about here. More energy, more ambition, more assertiveness. A lot of you guys who are chasing promotions, being more politely assertive in certain negotiations and meetings and in work in general is always an advantage. And again, this is another like gender thing, why there's a gender pay gap. It's partly because men tend to be able to focus on the job until it is done for far longer stretches without getting distracted by office drama, politics, gossip, and just other nonsense that doesn't make you any money. It's also an assertiveness thing. Guys who are high testosterone tend to be more assertive. And if you're competent and you do it politely, that will end up making you more money over time. But Testosterone Toolkit is linked below. On top of that, I have a brand new ebook called the Focus Maxxing Cheatsheet. I've really enjoyed writing it. It's going to show you exactly how to work specifically 10 hours plus per day. And when I say this, I mean focused hours, like quality work. Because the average person, they go to work, they work 8 hours, but they're only actually working 3 hours. And a lot of self-employed types, they say they're working 12 hours a day, but they're only actually focused for about 6 or 7. So when I say 10, I mean 10. And if you're working at something valuable, 10 plus hours a day, your income is going to skyrocket. You can't fail. If you apply everything in this ebook, I don't know why I'm pointing it over there, it's going to be linked below, your income is going to absolutely skyrocket. You're going to be working twice as hard, but you're also going to be enjoying it, and that's the key. So link is below. Subscribe as well if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one.